experience many kinds of different problems in life: health challenges, relationship issues, financial struggles, identity crises, you name it. The way I see it, from being an intuitive and from hailing from the lineage of powerful sages and healers, at least 5 generations down the road, as far as I know, there is only one problem that humans have that shows up in a million different ways. And that problem is whether your current perspective on yourself, on others, on the world around you, on your neighbor, on your finances, on your body, whether it's aligned with the essence and the truth of who you are, or it's misaligned. And every time it's misaligned, the problems are going to show up because it creates that interference in the electric circuitry, right? And something is going to break sooner or later. And then it usually tends to create toxic patterns, which people get to witness in their life. Either they get triggered in getting angry, and consistent things would trigger their anger pattern, or they would experience circumstance that keeps repeating itself. Let's say a person is very successful in their career, but every partner they get, every spouse, they experience infidelity, they end up being cheated on. Or they get into the business and one partner after another keeps betraying them, and the partnership fall apart. Or they keep dealing with the same health issue, or they kept getting into one accident after another, and the same part of the body tends to be hurt, right? So those are things to pay attention to. And when there's a reoccurring pattern, sometimes it's just a little uncomfortable, but if it keeps repeating for years and sometimes decades, it's eventually people start being aware of that, and they say, okay, it just keeps happening to me over and over again. What's the reason, where it's coming from? And usually people start asking questions, what is wrong with me? And even though the new age lovey-dovey philosophies, oh, there's nothing wrong with you, you're perfect, you need to love yourself. The essence of that question is actually accurate, but it's not that there's something wrong with you inherently. There's not a flaw that is instilled, but there is something that you are responsible for, a perception that creates these circumstances or creates these outcomes. So this is a gift which life served you, which you did not receive. And every time life serves us a gift which we did not receive, it becomes a trauma. Let me give you an example of what trauma is. Life gives us challenges, and sometimes speaking even from the broader view, often our challenges are pre-chosen before we even come into the physical body. We pre-select them on a spiritual level, and we pre-select them even with the play partners, like our parents, our siblings, our offenders, our abusers, whatever, right? So every time life presents the challenge, it's a launching pad for growth. However, often, because we don't receive the guidance how to navigate our own emotions, how to face the challenges early on, people don't know how to respond to the circumstances, and when they respond out of fear, then it becomes a trauma. If this was helpful, share this video with your friends and subscribe to my channel.